Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Friday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Scott Blake. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. A lot going on this weekend. Auburn travels to Georgia on the hardwood. It's kind of a must-win game. Scott, after dropping that one to Kentucky, can't really afford to lose any more if you want to keep your standing in the NCAA tournament. If you have any hope at all of winning if still trying to win the SEC regular season title, I mean, that it may be a foregone conclusion now that Alabama may have wrapped it up with that win over Florida.
Alabama, Mark Sears and the other gentleman kept hitting threes, and they brought him back into that game. They sealed it, I think, for him the other night. But hats off to them. They're playing well. Yeah, we can't lose. I mean, golly, Tennessee come. We got to run. Alabama's got a gauntlet too the rest of the season.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, but
they got a little trouble with Kentucky. Of course, Kentucky goes to LSU and loses.
Yeah,
so anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just hope we can keep our stay in the top four of the SEC. That way we get that bye in the first round of the tournament, and maybe that'll help us out there, with Jalen being out. But, it's to win the SEC is – I wouldn't put a lot of money on that right now.
No. It seems to be a long shot. Yeah, if Florida would have held on, it might have been a different story. But
right.
We'll see what happens with that. We got gymnastics tonight, the home finale there in Neville Arena. Number 13, Missouri coming in to take on number 12, Auburn. That one at 6 o'clock at Neville Arena. You got baseball going on this weekend in Jacksonville, Florida. No television for that. However, it will be broadcast on d1baseball.com. You can go. That is a paid site, however. You can do it by the month, though. Mm-hmm. You could, rent it for a month. I think it's like $15, which is, for 3 tickets to 3 games, that's probably, that's a lot less than you'd spend on going down to Jacksonville and watching those 3 games. But
right.
And it should be 3 really good games because we're talking about 2 ranked opponents in Iowa, number 18 and number 10, Virginia, and then Wichita State, who's always been kind of a stalemate or a good baseball program for many, many years.
So just like basketball, we're playing a lot of good teams pre-season, pre-SEC.
Yes, we are. Yeah. So that's good. That's good because you got a gauntlet in any time in the SEC when it comes to baseball.
How many teams are ranked in the SEC right now?
I think 8 or 9.
And we're not one of them.
And we're not one. I think we snuck into the top 25 in one poll.
Okay.
But, there's quite a few polls, though, in baseball.
And we're a good baseball team, and we're not up there.
Very good.
That tells you how tough it is.
Yeah. And we got the Plainsman Invite this weekend at James B. Moore Field. Auburn taking on Longwood, Southeastern Missouri State, and Northern Iowa. So this is a little bit lesser competition than they faced in the last one. Than that, I forget what it was called, but this competition, Auburn should take care of business here. We'll see what happens. But, again, you're only as good as your starting pitcher, and, everybody's got an ace. So you're probably going to face one of those at some point in time. Did like we did yesterday. We'll spring football is just around the corner. We'll take a look at the freshmen or the newcomers, junior college transfers that we're going to see in spring here. We took a look at half of them yesterday. We'll try to take a look at kind of notice The other 8 of them today, 16 early enrollees.
Wow.
And have already been going through winter workouts, have already gone through are going to go through the spring. So this is a learning experience for kind of everybody involved. You got a new offensive coordinator in Derek Nix, got a new defensive coordinator in DJ Durkin, got some new assistant coaches as well. So a lot going on for the Auburn Tigers this weekend. We'll talk about as much of it as we can. Love to hear from you. 256-234-6221 is our number here. You can give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. If you got any comments or any questions, anything you'd like to bring up, new subject, we'd love to hear it. Give us a call. You can check us out each and every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Auburn Blitz, WOTM TV, WAXC TV on Charter Channel 3. You can obviously look us up on Facebook Live each and every day on our Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z. And comment away. You can also catch us on YouTube. So you can't not hide from us. We will find you.
That's right. We're out there.
Absolutely. Starting off, though, we'll go back Auburn and Georgia. Again, look, Georgia, Mike White, it seemed like when he was at Florida, they kind of gave us some fits. He has done a fairly good job there for his first year in Athens. Obviously, that program is kind of going to take a little bit of a time to rebuild it, but 15-11, 5-8 overall. This is a team that Auburn is better than, but you wonder how's Auburn going to respond to Jalen Williams not being in the lineup when he has struggled. That has not been good news for Auburn, but that brings opportunities for other guys.
Exactly. My brain just died.
Chaney
Johnson. We just talked about it off air. Yeah, he's going to step up. Of course, Baker Malzaro's already stepped up quite a bit. So I think his role, both of those guys' roles will increase for sure. And I heard they were going to try to. Are they going to try to play Dillon and Broome all in at the same time, maybe? I think I read that. Moving Broome to 4 and Dillon at the true center.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to – they were going to experiment with some different lineups, putting Broome at the 4 at times. And, we'll see what happens with that. But Chaney Johnson, another big guy who's provided a lot of good rebounds. He has not been able to score a lot, but – he's not scared to take a 3.
No, he'll take them. None of them are scared. None of them scared.
No, that's for sure.
The only one that won't take a 3 is Dillon, I think.
Yeah, that's probably true. And that's thank goodness.
Yes.
I don't want to see that for sure.
No.
The way he shoots free throws. But now he makes them. He has worked on that
straight up
shot, but it is a line drive bullet. But that's okay. But anyway, everybody's got to kind of next man up, pick up the slack, whatever you want to call it. This is a good test for Auburn to go out and kind of a good game for them to go out and experiment a little bit, try to find that lineup, what works best. I think Chaney Johnson gets a lot more playing time, but I'm like you. Chad Baker-Mazara, he's already stepped up. He's kind of established himself as one of the leaders of the team. Broome needs to do that as well. He needs to have a big game to take some of the pressure off some of these other guys. And it would be nice if Aiden Holloway would make a shot or two. You're going to see Denver Jones at the point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because that Bruce has just lost – I say Bruce has lost confidence. But he can't afford to keep playing there because he's just not making any shots.
Looks like he's lost confidence in himself.
Yeah, he's lost – and he probably has. Probably both ways there. But, I think it's cool that – Chaney Johnson, Baker Mazzaro, and Denver Jones, these guys, they're wanting to prove themselves, and now is a great time for those guys to step up because they've got to step up now.
Yeah.
They've got to based on Holloway not playing as well as he should and Jalen being out. So
Brett and I talked about this a little bit yesterday. You look at all the metrics. I mean, if this game is played on paper, which it's not. Auburn, Auburn wins this game. But going into Athens, you'd be surprised that it can be a tough place to play.
It can be.
I've been there one time. It can get really loud in there. That was a very good team. That was the Walker Kessler and Jabari Smith team that went in there and barely pulled it out on a last-second shot.
I remember that
at the end of the game. So,
and I think their coach Mike White's a better coach than what they had too.
I do as well.
Yeah, so what's the line? We don't have the line.
I don't think that I don't know what the line is. That's a good thing.
I'll look it up during the break.
Why don't we do that during the break? I don't really pay attention to that. I think Auburn was an 8-point favorite against Kentucky. So
I know.
that works.
So if we go in there to a 12-point favorite, I'm scared of that.
I'm sure that the ESPN little, fan poll or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure Auburn is a big favorite in that.
Yeah.
And they should be.
Should be.
They're a better team.
Right.
They, again, they're a better defensive team. They hold holding people to 67 points a game. They're scoring 82 on average. Auburn's in a better position here, and they're in a good position to go and win this game, get back on track before you have to go to Tennessee, and that's going to be a tough one.
That's tough.
Tennessee's obviously a pretty good team, top 5 in the country. Up against our first break here on the Auburn Blitz, but hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Here are 3 great Chevrolet offers from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Check out the powerful full-size and fully loaded Chevrolet Silverado High Country, discounted up to $13,000 off. Or the roomy midsize 3-row SUV, the Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $8,000 off. And the perfect size Chevy Equinox, up to $7,500 off. No payments until summertime. Over 300 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Scott here with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock, about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small. Commercial, residential, whatever your needs might be, very professional, very expertise. Got a lot of expertise there in this business. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Give them a call for all your building and construction needs. 334-531-0199. Also, Russell Do-It Center. They got 9 locations around central Alabama. For all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be, they can beat the big box store. And they got a little bit of everything there at Russell Do-It Center. Give them a go today. You'll be glad that you did. And Central Alabama Community College. 4 campuses around Central Alabama, Alexander City, Talladega, Childersburg, and Prattville. Great athletics, great education, whatever it might be, 2-year technical degree, go out into the workforce or take care of your basics and transfer on to that 4-year institution, whatever your needs might be. Central Alabama Community College is the place for you. All right, so couple of comments. John Calvin, Blake was your dad.
That's right.
Went to school with Ty's dad. So y'all got a lot in common. How about that?
That's right. Ty, you got to tell me who your daddy was or is.
Yeah.
Type that in there.
That'd be nice. And good to see John here with us as always. It is always a happy Friday.
That's right.
If we can all make it to the end of the week, that's
Explain
a wonderful
what
thing.
2-2-3 day is. I mean, I'm out of the loop on that. John Dent.
It's not a good batting average, but it is 223 today, February the 23rd. That is for sure. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, other than it is that.
So during the break, we were trying to find the line on the Auburn and Georgia game.
Yeah.
So I text the all-knowing, the master of this Auburn universe, Brett Pritchard. They haven't set a line, that's what he's saying. There's not one out there.
Well, how about that?
Now, how weird is that?
Well, without Jalen, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that changes things up.
Yeah.
Not sure. But 223 caliber.
Yeah, I mean,
A 223 rifle.
That's what he means. I know what that is. Yeah, but we're talking Auburn sports, and is that our 3-point percentage?
Yeah, I've never been a big hunter.
Yeah, it may be our 3-point shooting percentage. Right
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that's probably about right. All right, so spring football just around the corner. I thought it'd be a great time to. Basketball lines usually don't come out until the game day, according to Brian.
That's weird. I think I've seen them before, but maybe so. I don't know.
But the fan poll does.
Yeah.
A lot of people are predicting Auburn what was it, 80?
81.8%.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
you know, everybody feels like Auburn should win the game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Luke echoes that. Basketball lines aren't like football. Usually they set them the evening before the game. The Auburn line will probably be out around 6 or 7 tonight. What 2 players would you like most to see elevate their play on this basketball team?
I think we just talked about them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Chaney Johnson's going to have to
He's
elevate his play a little bit
right.
to fill in here for Jalen Williams for sure.
And if Holloway is coming in as the second string guard, he's going to have to elevate his play too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Denver Jones probably going to have to play a little bit more of the point.
Right.
We'll see what happens with that. Andy said earlier, any new topics, don't be difficult. It's Friday, but just go with it. New topics, hey, we'll take them all. That's fine.
That's right.
We're not hurt. We just are confused.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah. I have to stay on point. Don't confuse me.
Yeah, don't. I confused you the other day. That was never my intention.
That's
all right,
right.
so spring practice next week, beginning on Tuesday, the 27th. We talked a little bit, a lot of excitement about. I'll ask you, of any of these guys. Yesterday we talked a little bit about Walker White, Cam Coleman, Bryce Kane, Favor Edwin, the offensive tackle, freshman that come in.
Mm-hmm.
From junior college, another offensive tackle, Seth Wilfred, Malik Blockton, the defensive tackle, edge rusher Amaris Williams, and defensive tackle TJ Lindsey. On the list today, or in any of the list of those guys, who are you most excited to see, Scott?
I would say the quarterback, White, and the receivers.
Yeah.
And that's where all the eye candy is, and that's what you want to see and see what they can do. Hopefully these linemen, and they're going to come in and give us some help there. But I kind of want to see all these receivers we've been talking about, and Walker White, because he's.
Is there going to be a legitimate quarterback competition? I mean, at the way the season ended, with Hank Brown getting, one series and looking as stark a contrast as there could have been in that game, in the way he played and the way Peyton Thorne played. I mean, I don't even know what to think about Peyton Thorne anymore. I look at these numbers at Michigan State. We hyped those up, and it just completely. He can't hit open receivers. But he runs the ball tremendous.
Well.
So I don't. I really, again, I don't know what to think. You throw Holden Garriner in there as well.
When Nix was still at Auburn, he ran the ball really well, but we couldn't get. Is it offensive line? Is it just an Auburn issue, or is it these quarterbacks? I mean, Nix goes up to Oregon and just sets the world on fire. But here, he's at Michigan State setting the world on fire. He comes here and then doesn't do, so.
Part of it was the offensive line with Nix.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. But I think the offensive line improved last year.
A little better this year for sure.
And definitely gave Peyton Thorne some time to throw.
Right.
Was better with that for sure. Will Thorne transfer after the spring game? Depending on how spring goes.
Yeah.
We'll see. But he may be named the starter. Do we want him to be named the starter? Who would you like to see be the quarterback?
We hadn't seen
I just
Walker
want the
White
best
play
guy.
yet. I mean, Walker White's got great stats too, but we've not seen him on the turf at Auburn yet.
Yeah. Is Hank Brown a legitimate? Is he a legitimate choice?
I think he may be.
Could be. Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters. Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 for Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Scott here with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Thank you for the comments as well. Yeah, John brings up a good point. We don't know. He said why he asked about will Peyton Thorne transfer. We'll have to wait and see.
Right.
Look, better receivers, I've been saying this, always make the quarterback look better.
Mm-hmm.
A better offensive line makes him look better.
Mm-hmm.
A better running game makes him look better. So, what will Auburn look like as a team? But quite honestly, look, if you can't hit open receivers and he had time, those are the ones that I think everybody looks back on during the season and says, wow, that has definitely got to change. You cannot miss open guys like that for touchdowns, like the one against Texas A&M on the wheel route, like a couple of wide open receivers in the Iron Bowl. So I mean, there is it. Euphrates said it was going to be an open competition. I expect it to be one. It's hard to have an open competition with 4 guys in just 15 practices, but I don't know. I think Hank Brown opened some eyes. Was that just a flash in the pan? I think he'll have his opportunity to prove it.
In the spring, he'll get to prove it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Walker White,
he's hyped up.
I mean, hey, Bruce, Bo Nix came in and played as a freshman and did pretty well. Could Walker White do the same? I think you'll be able to. I told Brett yesterday, if Walker White doesn't at least push for the job, it'll be a disappointment. So hopefully we'll see that.
And he'll probably transfer. Nobody's going to wait around. If there's 4 legit guys out there and all of a sudden you're not the number 1 or 2 guy, you're going to be gone.
And some people have brought up an interesting point that, Hugh Freeze clearly wants to run this run-pass option. You've got to be able to run. And we saw, obviously, Peyton Thorne succeed in that aspect of it. Holden Geriner is not a runner.
No.
He's a prototypical passer. So does that automatically kind of eliminate him? I mean, you give him his chance, but in the end, it's got to be one of these other 3 guys that are able to run the football. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that was yesterday. Let's quickly try to get some of these other ones. Jamonta Waller, this is the outside linebacker that Auburn got in on late, obviously flipped from Florida. You're going to have a couple of edge guys, the Amaris Williams. The other one, they flipped from Florida. So, again, I say thank you to Billy Napier for being so generous there.
You're right.
But those 2 guys, were borderline 4-star, really high 4-star, 5-star guys that are going to give Auburn an opportunity to add to that pass rush off the edge. That is something that they you had Jalen Walton, who came on mid-season and had a pretty good year, all things considered. So you add these 2 guys into the mix, I think, man, that really helps out and really creates some competition in that room and maybe gives Auburn some ability there to improve it for sure. You lose Elijah McAllister, the end that transferred from Vanderbilt last year. So Joe Phillips is another one. Joe Phillips and DeMarcus Riddick, both, again, a high 4-star, 5-star, right on the border type guys in the linebacking core. Auburn, I think maybe came out of last year a little bit better than they even thought they were going to, with Keys kind of stepping up. I didn't know what we were going to get from him.
No.
But it turned out he was going to a pretty important piece, because the time that he was missing with the broken whatever it was in his hand, it turned out that he kind of improved things when he came back.
He did.
But you add these 2 guys, and I don't expect them to come in and start, but I expect them to play.
They're going to play a lot. I guarantee they're going to play some. If they're as good as what everybody writes about them and their rankings, and we stole them from Georgia.
Joe Phillips
from Georgia.
Yeah, well, flipped him from Georgia, wanted him badly. A lot of people think he's going to be maybe the sleeper or maybe the star that people are kind of not really talking that much about. I hope so. I think he can be right out of Tuskegee at Booker T. Washington. So you get a great chance to watch him play.
That's right.
Over the last couple of years here, pretty close. DJ Barber as well in that linebacking core. He's from. He was the one. I can't remember where he played high school off the top of my head. But anyway, he was in that. He was in the finals, I believe, wasn't he? Didn't he play for? I'll come up with it during the break, and and we'll come back. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We're both our brains die from the football, the basketball.
We got to take a break. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz.
We'll get it during the break.
Right after this.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
Egg rolls are back at Zaxby's. They're hand-rolled and come with a delicious sweet and spicy dipping sauce. But enough from me. Let the egg rolls do the talking. And there you have it. 2 for $3 egg rolls. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs. Or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bugs quote.
Fried chicken, and wontons, and teriyaki glaze, and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation Salad is too delicious to be a salad. Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Scott here with you. About a couple of more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Yeah, it was DJ Barber with Clay Chalkville, of course, made the tackle at the end of the game, saved the game against Saraland, gave them the state title there. Just a complete going brain dead for me. But yeah, but tremendous play for him. We'll be participating in spring, and I'd love to get a look at him as well. But going to go to the phone line and welcome in our good friend Jason Caldwell from for Auburn Undercover. Always does a tremendous job. We appreciate him joining us each and every week. Jason, on the road in Jacksonville, Florida, down there to take in the baseball games this weekend. Auburn got a tough slate ahead of them. This is some stiff competition to start off with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hopefully we can watch them get on the field today. Right now it's raining in Jacksonville, and supposed to have a 20 minutes first have the first pitch between Wichita State and Virginia, and so we're hotel about, I don't know, as the crow flies, maybe 500 yards away from the baseball stadium, and so I don't believe they're going to be playing anytime soon. We'll see how much that pushes us back. There's a chance of rain again tonight. Auburn's supposed to play Iowa. Obviously, Brody Brecht is one of the top arms in the country that Auburn will face tonight. But we'll see if they get delayed a little later. It's supposed to be good weather the rest of the weekend, though, and Wichita State here, Virginia here. So, good opportunity for this Auburn team as they get a chance to take on some really good competition.
Boy, Auburn's been impressive so far, and especially how deep this pitching staff is. It's almost, certainly you don't want to look back on it like in a positive light. I wouldn't want anybody to get hurt. But for Joseph Gonzalez to miss the time that he did, it kind of forced the maturation of some of these younger guys, and that looks like it's going to pay off this year, right?
Yeah, Chase Alsop is obviously the guy that you look at and going, man, the guy that had maybe the most upside of anybody. And he got kind of thrown to the wolves at times last year as some of those other young guys did. And now you look and whether it's Chase Alsop, Tanner Bauman, Will Cannon, those were guys that had to take on really big roles. And they took some lumps early, really pitched well down the stretch last year. And now those are some veteran guys that you lean on. And you get Joseph Gonzalez back, and you add in Carson Myers from UAB, and you've added a couple other talented freshmen. And yeah, it's a deep pitching staff. It is, and you got a lot of different looks, as Butch Thompson calls it. You got a peacock. You got kind of feathers every arm angle from one side to the other, from John Armstrong, the sidearm righty, to Tanner Bauman, kind of a lower slot lefty, and everything in between. And so they can give teams different looks. And so I think that's going to be a key for them. Kind of like we've seen Major League Baseball the last 5 or 6 years transform into a bullpen game. Now games are pitched from the back to the front. It used to be from the front to the back. I hope my starter can give me 8, and then I can put my closer in to finish the game. Now it's, can your starter give you 5 2/3? Can you bring in your 2 middle relievers to get to your closer and finish the game that way? And Auburn has the ability to do some of those things. So, I think it's the strength of this team right now, and we'll see how they match up against some teams that will give them SEC-like test this weekend.
What about offense?
Yeah, I think offensively, I think it's the same thing. I think it's a really deep team. I think early on they've seen with the same thing they've done to some other teams, not quite as much, but like UAB used 6 different guys Tuesday night. I think Eastern Kentucky was 8 or 9 on Sunday, so they've had to kind of go out and see a different look every time. What they do is, I think, evaluate pitches and do those things really well. And, I had a really strong start. Only got 3 hits Tuesday night against UAB, but scored 7 runs because they were able to work some walks, do some of those things. But I think it's a deep group. And, I think guys in the middle, Cooper McMurray has hit the ball hard, hadn't gotten rewarded for it yet, but I think he's going to be a power guy. Ike Irish, obviously look at Bobby Pierce and some of those things, Chris Stanfield. This is, I think, a lineup that is good from 1 to 9. Maybe doesn't have a guy that's going to hit 20 home runs, but Ike Irish could be that guy. But I think it's got more guys that are capable of doing some damage, and they're going to run a little more. They're going to be more aggressive on the bases, and I think that'll pay off too.
Cool. Jason, spring practice beginning next week. We were kind of running down 16 guys already on the campus from this recruiting class, counting JUCO guys that are participating in winter workouts and going to participate in the spring. Which ones, I mean, outside of the obvious of like a Cam Coleman, who are you excited to see, and who do you think maybe could be a sleeper in this group?
Yeah, I've kind of been beating this drum for a little while, but I think Sam Jackson, the transfer from Cal, is a guy that has been overlooked by lots of folks that I think is going to be a guy that's going to make a big impact for this team as wide receiver. And yeah, he was a quarterback at TCU, quarterback at Cal. Now he's back to that kind of traditional spot for him. So I think Sam Jackson is one of those guys, and I think T.J. Lindsey is the other one on defense. I think T.J. Lindsey on that defensive line is a guy that has a chance to play early for this team. 6'3", 275, could be an inside-out guy. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Keldrick Falk from last year, where Keldrick played a little inside on some pass rush situations, was more of a defensive end. I think the same thing holds true. The thing I'm interested to see is will Keldrick stay at end, or does he slide to more of a tackle spot at 200, almost 90 pounds? But he's so long that he's still built like a defensive end. So I think T.J. Lindsey's the guy that on defense that I'll be interested to watch. But then I think Sam Jackson, I think he's the guy that's going to surprise the folks.
The quarterback position is it going to be a true quarterback competition? Obviously, Peyton Thorne, you would figure, has somewhat of an advantage being in the system, at least, as far as it is. I don't know how much it's going to change with a new offensive coordinator in Derek Nix. It's still the Hugh Freeze system, I suppose. But
yeah, I think it's going to be different though. I think last year was Philip Montgomery's system, and Hugh Freeze tried to adapt to it. Now I think it'll be back to Hugh Freeze's system, and the big part of that is that it's something that Derek Nix is familiar with. It's something that Ken Austin is familiar with. It's something that Jake Thornton is familiar with. It's something that Ben Agamawa is familiar with. So there's some familiarity getting back to that. For the players, it'll be a little bit of adjustment. It'll be some new terminology, some of those things. But I absolutely think there's going to be a quarterback battle in the spring. But Peyton Thorne's going to be one of the guys because of experience. It's going to be hard to knock him completely out of the competition. The question is, what other guys is it? Because it's going to be almost impossible to get three people battling. Which one of those young guys steps up and makes it a race, and how early can they do it? That's going to be the question.
And we'll be watching that certainly over the next month or so. It should be fascinating to watch. Jason, thank you so much. Be careful and bring home some victories.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Jason. Don't go anywhere. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz is on the way right after this.
When drinking, take a sober ride home, not someone's life. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Catch a ride, not a buzz.
Hey, can you come get me?
Being buzzed still counts. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. This is a message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Scott taking you up to 1 o'clock, the final segment in the show today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope it's full of a lot of W's for this Auburn athletic program. Yeah. Auburn needs to go over to Georgia, take care of business. If they can do that, look, they have played well up in Knoxville. They have had some good fortune against Tennessee, and seem to have, for whatever reason, have some confidence against that team. So you take your chances up there. The rest of the schedule it's fairly manageable, quite honestly. So, you get Georgia again, you get Missouri on the road. Now, any road game's tough, like we say, but if you're going to play – they haven't won a game yet.
They've been in some games. They just can't finish a game. Yeah.
They're either due or they're not going to win one. So we'll see. But
that's our last game. Is it our last game?
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't that be
I
awful?
think Georgia at home is our last game.
Okay.
But I think on the road right before that.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, look, take care of business if you're Auburn on Saturday. That is an absolute must-win. That is not one that you need to lose because you're playing for seeding now, if nothing else, in the NCAA tournament. You want the best one that you can get for sure. Again, gymnastics tonight, Auburn and Missouri. Should be a good matchup in Neville Arena, the last one of the season, the home match. So I know I'm sure it'll probably be sold out. They usually are.
They sold out on Friday nights. They sure do.
Yeah. Baseball this weekend, we talked to that with Jason. Auburn going to face Iowa hopefully today. He said it's raining right now in Jacksonville, but Auburn's scheduled not to play until 5 o'clock. Again, you can get that on d1baseball.com. It'll cost you about $15, but you can watch all three games this weekend. Wichita State will be on Saturday at 11 in the morning, and On Sunday, it will be at 3 o'clock. That'll be against number 10 Virginia. So, you're facing two top 25 teams right out of the gate here. If you're Auburn, somebody's going to come back with hurt feelings.
I pulled the radar up when we were talking to Jason, and they won't be playing.
Don't look good?
No, I think it's going to get out of there about 8 o'clock tonight. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not so sure they get out of there and they get to play tonight. Because there's games before them, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it may not.
Maybe a doubleheader tomorrow.
Could be a
Or maybe a
doubleheader.
cancellation.
Could be.
We'll see what happens. But
after tonight, though, it's cleared out.
Okay.
So this should be all right.
Softball going to have the Plainsman invite this weekend. Auburn going to take on Longwood immediately following the Auburn Blitz. I don't assume it's raining in Auburn right now. I haven't looked at the radar as far as that's concerned. It's not raining in Elliott City, and we're not that far away.
Throughout the state of Alabama right now.
So, okay. They'll play two games today, one at 1 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock, Longwood and Southeast Missouri State. They'll take on Longwood and Northern Iowa tomorrow at 1 and 4. Those games on Saturday will actually be broadcast on the SEC Network Plus. You can stream those. The rest of them, I don't believe, will be televised. Probably can get them on radio, but no television for those. Sunday, Northern Iowa and Southeast Missouri State at 1 and 4. So hopefully Auburn comes out of this one with several more victories for the Leisure there, as they are 1-1 on the season. All right. That's all pretty much, I think. And, again, a lot going on. Looking forward to spring training beginning next week. All eyes will be on that. Quarterback situation, injecting Walker White, the new receivers, Cam Coleman, Bryce Kane. Of course, you got Perry Thompson and Malcolm Simmons coming in the fall, but these two guys should and keep an eye on them. That Jason brought up that I'd even forgot about that. The transfer from California, Sam Jackson.
Sam, yep.
We saw a little bit of him at quarterback when Auburn had to travel out there, but I would try the radio station, probably either 93.9. I think 93.9 has Wings has the Auburn broadcast.
Right.
I think that I would try that one first if the covered in softball.
App. I mean, I've got an app.
Yeah, I do have download an Auburn
app.
I'm not sure an Alabama fan would want to do that, but maybe for those Auburn fans out there that want to see it, I've got that app on my phone. Yep. You can pull it up anytime. All right, happy birthday today, Victor Fleming, born on this day, 1889, died in 1949. I'm blanking like I did yesterday.
I don't know who that is.
He was the Brett's going to kill me again. I'll think of it before we get done. Elston Howard played catcher, was the first black player to play for the Yankees.
Wow.
Played, he was like a 12-time All-Star. I think in 1963 AL MVP. Born on this day, 1929.
Victor Fleming.
Victor Fleming, the director, by the way, of two little movies that I like to call The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind.
Right.
Only two of the most famous.
He was
probably two of the more famous movies of all time. He directed those movies. Thank you, Scott.
I had
for the assist.
quick on the draw here. Yeah.
Tom Osborne, born on this day, 1937.
You know who that is?
The great Tom Osborne from Nebraska.
Yeah.
Peter Fonda.
Yep.
Fred Blitnikoff.
Yep.
Still getting it done. Born on this day, 1943. Too Tall Jones. Ed Too Tall Jones from the Cowboys. Bobby Bonilla.
Yep.
Kristen
Davis.
Kristen Davis, or what I like to call the good-looking one on Sex and the City.
Okay.
Or the one that Jerry Seinfeld knocked their toothbrush in the toilet.
I thought this was a sports show. Now you're talking about the good-looking one on Sex and the City. Okay. Yep.
Michael Campbell did nothing before, did nothing after, but his name will always be on the 2005 U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm.
Won that. Emily Blunt and
Maybe
Dakota Fanning, 30 years old.
Wow.
Man on Fire, great movie.
Yep.
It's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Scott. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again soon.